I wait on you as you wait on me, so we can see more of this silly world. The world isn't bad, as long as you think happy thoughts and not be sad.
All right, this is Friday.
For the best every day.
You can see here,
See your importance.
snow is starting
You
to
are
melt.
good
You can actually
every
hear
day.
it too.
And you can make it every way, every day.
See there, the snowman is melting. I don't know what little buttons of the snowman are made. They look like maybe peppers or something. Tell there's not a lot of wind. The flags are not blowing. You can kind of feel the heat coming in, so it's not cold at all. So the news made it look pretty bad, and supposedly Ted Cruz went to, I don't know, somewhere in Cancun or something, and that made news. Certain important people flew off during this winter storm, and that made people mad. So it was a pretty intense winter storm, you know. But I think it was a little tiny bit, maybe a little bit over-exaggerated. Starting to melt. So I'm going to make the bed. No, seriously, I'm really gonna make the bed. Well, you know, you get the idea. Yeah, It's melting out there. This is actually, it is my second channel. It's kind of becoming a daily vlog channel. Ugh. Time to make the couch and the recliner chair. And to, you know, to get ready. Bitte? So it looks like we got through the winter storm of 2021, February, starting on Valentine's Day. We are on Friday. So Valentine's Day was the 14th. The snow came that day. It chilled out a little bit. Then it froze all the roads and everything. Then on Wednesday, 14th, so I would say the 17th, the snow returned. And now we are on Friday. I'm guessing the 19th. If I'm wrong, leave a comment. And now we're getting melted snow. So I did look at the phone, and it was the 19th. So I mean, it is the 19th. Well, if you're watching this 100 years from now, it's the 19th. But anyway, I'll let you take a look right here. So most of the snow looks pretty much gone. There's some patches. Well, it's gonna take a couple of days and then it'll, so, you know, a lot of the snow pretty much is dissipating and melting away. Kind of an inglorious bastard shot there. You know, and if I, you know, kind of you get the idea. Watched a little Vertigo. Guitar time. So I finally figured out exactly what I was doing wrong, looking at the animals and things like that. We start, I believe, if you know this chord here, it starts here and goes into a C, then into the D. Then it's gonna go into an F. Then, this is House of Rising Sun, it'll go, after the F, it'll go back, believe the first round, to this one, which I want to say, then into the C. So there's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's really easy on House of Rising Sun to jump ahead because it misses a C, which is this one, on the denouement of the separate verse. So there's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verses in it, in the animal version. You have the house, there's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, she sewed me new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now, the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I've done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, I got one foot on the platform, the other foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear the ball and chain. Well, there's a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. So what I was saying here is we start here in this common chord here. Then we go to the C, then we go to the D, the F, then we go back to the original here. I'm going to give you that chord. Everybody knows that chord. Let me know it's a standard chord. It's right here. Then back to the C, and then back again. Now on the end, we go to this minor. I'm going to call it a minor. If it's different, leave a comment. Go here, and then back here. So it's going to sound like F, F, then back, then to C. Something in that nature. So there is a house. I'm gonna go back in some tuning, and hopefully it's somewhat tuned. So there is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boy, and God. Skip the C. I know I'm one. See, I skipped the C on that one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed me new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man. I messed it up there again. So the idea on my mother was a tailor. She sewed me new blue jeans. My father was a... I think, okay, I know why. Because last night I was thinking, what is the why is it so easy to mess up there? It's because it's a song for a singer. So when we start with, my mother was a tailor, take your time. She sewed me new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man. Okay, it actually doesn't do that. So it's easy to jump into my father was a gambling man and go into this minor chord, or if you know the name of that chord, leave a comment right there. But my mother was a tailor. She sewed me new blue jeans. I think that's one thing. I think it ends on she sewed me new blue jeans. Okay. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. Actually, that one would go into C and trunk, right there. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's all drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I, go to the C, done, there we go. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, I got one foot on the platform, the other foot And I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many poor boy, and God, I knew I'm one. So the trick in that, if you decipher it, is when you skip the C and you just go back from here to minor to here. And I'm for some reason when you're gonna have to figure out which chord this is, but I know that's C, I know that's D, I know that's F. Okay, right? Know this key, know this one. That's a common one. That's what it starts off with, and I'll tell you that one in a little while. It's a very kind of New Orleans kind of song. That's kind of it. So on House of the Rising Sun, we're having the A minor, then the C, then the D, the F, the E, the C, E, then the E7, F7, and the D minor is basically what you're dealing with on those. And this is what's called tablature. So the A minor, then the C, then the D, then the F, which you can bar the F if you want to. I'll show you that. Then you go back to the E, then the C, E, I guess the C, E, then the E7, they can play it differently there. Then the F7 goes back to the F7, then the D minor. So there's also a Woody Guthrie version. It has different lyrics, but that's probably what it's showing, some of that. You got the A minor right here is what it starts with. Then you go into the C, then the D, then the F. Then we go into, eventually you'll go back to the C and then into the E. Dun 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 dun, right? Dun dun F. And then bam 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 bam. Very, very simple, kind of. I mean, it's easy. It's so simple. It's easy to mess up. Then there goes the C, then the D, and then the F. Now the F, it's showing it can be barred. I learned from a teacher last night that it's on YouTube that he didn't bar it, and it's kind of an open chord. That's an F not being barred. Then barred. It works barred too. Barred's when you put your finger down like this. But anyway, it's a beautiful song. So there is a house. The Animals did it where it's like, there is a house they call the rising sun, and it's so there. I think there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many poor boys, and God, I know I'm one. They're basically doing like and they're strumming the last 4 strings. It's really cool if you go and you listen. I might try to find a channel that shows the animal and connect this one, or the Animals, and how they played House of the Rising Sun. Actually, it's a really good version of it. And I'll talk more about that song later on. I figured out something to say on basically about House of the Rising Sun is you want to start each lyric. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stanzas. 6 stanzas. You want to start them all in A minor. That will, if you start that lyric in A minor and then get through here, go back to A minor, then to, I guess that's E or whatever that is up here, and then back to A minor. If you know differently, leave a comment. That is going to help you. So you're going to start with, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. See, you're gonna go back to C, and I'm sorry, you're gonna start back with A minor, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. So you want to start with A minor on each stanza. My mother was a tailor. She sewed me new blue jeans. Okay, that's where I messed up, and I did it earlier because when you start with A minor, my mother was a tailor. Let that ring. There we go. She sewed. See how when I'm starting she sewed, I'm going back to A minor. I kind of showed you how you can mess up the song and how you can make sure that it's right. And by making sure it's right, you're starting in A minor. So we've already got through the first stanza. On the second one, my mother was a tailor. She sewed. See, I went back on she sewed to A minor. We knew blue jeans. There we go. And my father was a gambling man. Back to A minor down. I believe it's E in New Orleans. And the only thing gambler needs is a suitcase. Okay, so on the only thing a gambler needs, you want that to go through on the actual, verse or whatever. It's the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time, let it go through, he's satisfied is when he's all drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done and spend your lives in sin and misery. The house of the rising sun. Well, I got 1 foot platform and the other foot on the train. And I'm going back to New Orleans to wear a ball and chain. The idea is it's beautiful to come in on A minor on this song. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. Go right over to that E. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. And that's just picking it standard. Animals do it really well, though.
Getting ready to go, Fujo?